So we had so many questions from the Ask Corey Live that I'm going to answer some more of them for you today. Alrighty, let me get to it. I've been a little quiet lately. I'm going to talk about that probably this week sometime, about why I've been a little bit quiet, why I've not had a lot to say lately. So very interesting stuff going on here, pretty awesome stuff. I'm feeling great. Nothing's wrong at all, just lots of energetic upgrades. And like I said, I'll talk about that later. But let's get into Ask Corey's. We have all these questions. So thank you so much to everybody who's posted questions. I love getting your questions. And I love responding to them too, because sometimes I can offer some really great information for people. So let's start with Shauna. She says, I'm seriously looking at moving to Southern Oregon from California. I'm very scared and trying to be open to the endless opportunities for my life to be amazing, yet the move could financially make or break us. What the flock do I do? Trust yourself. You gotta trust yourself. Sometimes you gotta take risks, and it might not look good to your brain and your mind because all your mind is doing is trying to keep you safe. And when you are making a quantum leap, basically, and a lot of times that's what actually happens when you move, is your mind is going to try to keep you back where it's safe and you know what to expect. You know how it's going to be. So if you don't move, you know how it's going to be. And your future might not be what you would like it to. So you're obviously, and I say obviously because it's obvious, you're aware of something greater that's available. The question is, are you willing to allow yourself the space to choose it and to not know how it's going to work out? And I think that's one of the hardest things for people to do, especially when you're somebody who likes to noodle everything around in your mind, is that you've got to make leaps at some point in your life, and you probably already have made a lot of them. You can't keep yourself safe if you want to have the possibilities that are available to you, the potentials that are available to you. So a couple of questions I would offer you is, one, just asking yourself, hey, if I don't go for this, will I regret it? Okay, so if you are like, I would totally regret it, then it's something you have to do. And I say you have to do it is because it's actually your awareness telling you. It's your awareness that's guiding you to that, all right? Now, if you have a whole bunch of conclusions, like, oh, it's going to be better because, then you might want to dissect all of that and say, well, all right, let's actually look at maybe the energy. What's it going to be like living in Oregon? Take a trip there if you haven't already. Spend some time there. Spend a couple of weeks. See what it's actually like, and then choose it. Because the cool thing is you can always move again. So if you are overthinking, just like Erica said in the comments, if you're overthinking, that's going to prevent the potentials from showing up. It creates space, it creates separation. And when you're creating separation, the magic cannot happen. The magic only happens is when you let go of the separation and go, all right, let's have it. Let's have it. So it sounds like and feels like from the energy that you're presenting in your question, Shauna, and you might already have this resolved because this question was from a couple of weeks ago. It already sounds like you have an inkling of an awareness. I would trust that. Okay. All right. All right. So Erica in the comments is saying, I've been overthinking things and found myself saying, can't. Really? Well, I wonder what that's all about. And I wonder what you are actually stepping into that you really can, that you decided before that maybe you couldn't. Try that one on, Erica. All right, so Rajneesh has asking how to create energy within the self as the energy levels are down. And abysmal level, I don't know if that's a word. It might be a word. So what I would say to that is, a lot of times, I mean, there's so many reasons for energy being low. One of them is you have too many things in your life that you're doing that are not generative energetically. So if you, hi everybody joining by the way, hi. If you are doing things in your life that are draining your energy, you will have less energy. You need to stop those immediately. Like yesterday, stop doing those things. Like really, stop doing those things. You don't need to do those things. And if you think you do, there's always another way, always another way. And add to your life what is generative, what gives you energy, what gives you joy, right? What ignites that within you. When you are doing things that are generative for you and you're taking those actions and that feeds you, it lights you up, you will naturally have more energy. Now, if you have things in your body that might be out of balance, like I was having a little bit low energy because I had a low iron in my body. My body wasn't holding on to iron much. Well, iron is a direct contributor to your energy levels. Okay, so you might actually have something going on in your world that is contributing to that as well. Okay, so you might want to get some blood work done if it's a constant thing. But the first thing that you can do immediately is eliminate things that you don't want to do. Okay, those things that steal your energy. And if it's your job, look for another job. If it's adding things to your life that make you happy naturally, like there's just things that bring you joy, add more of those things. See if that shifts it right away. Okay, and that's something you can do for free right now. All right, so thanks for asking that question. Okay, let's see here. Michelle is asking, how can I, and you guys, if you're live on, you have some questions or a question, go ahead and ask. Michelle says, how can I support my physical body's comfort level with larger energy flows, sort of like going from a garden hose to a fire-sized conduit? I would say, get off the point of view of having it be comfortable, because it's not going to be. Any level of expansion was going to be uncomfortable until it's not anymore. Comfort should not be your priority ever. When you are evolving, when you are expanding, okay? Comfort is not a good gauge, because comfort takes you back to what you know, what you think you like. But here's the thing, when you're quantum leaping, when you're expanding, when you're going from here to there, whatever, it's not going to be comfortable. It never is comfortable. It's going to be horribly uncomfortable, especially sometimes when you're expanding in ways that are just like ripping your old reality apart. We'll just say it that way. And sometimes that's what it feels like. It's not like like walking through a bed of flowers all day long. It's, or like, oh, I'm gonna evolve, and it's gonna be like going to the spa every day. There are moments where you get to that space for sure, 100%, but the process is not that. The process is like when you're getting the exfoliator, and sometimes it's like, ooh, this kind of hurts. Or if you've ever had like laser hair removal, that shit fucking hurts. It hurts. But the result, the product, is really freaking awesome, right? So that's where you just gotta get off of your point of view of that you want it to be comfortable, that you're trying to make it comfortable, and let it be messy, let it be uncomfortable. Let yourself go through that expansion so you don't hold yourself back. Because if you're trying to hold on to the comfort, you will in fact hold yourself back, because you won't actually go to the spaces that you're being invited to if you're trying to be comfortable. And sometimes people have upgrade flus, and sometimes like we just had somebody have a whole bunch of issues and or body issues going on in their life, and then after the Evolve class, some of them have just been like the resolution has been found, and so those things are just going away now. So not comfortable, actually very uncomfortable. She even had to have some teeth pulled and stuff like that. But it's like resolving all of these other issues that she's had for years, that she's been trying to alleviate for a really long time. So you don't know where the uncomfort is going to lead you, ever. So you just go through it. And the less you resist it, the easier it will be and the faster you go through it. So hopefully that's helpful, Michelle. All right, so Sheila's saying, the faucet is full on open. I can't seem to settle on a target and integrate all of these great ideas when they all feel great. What's the next step again? So that's a great question. I would probably need a little bit more information, but what I would ask is there anywhere in your world where you are just unwilling to choose? Great ideas are great ideas, and who effing cares? Like, I get I get a lot of great ideas every day, but who cares? The thing that matters is actually going with one, actually choosing one and going with it. So what I would ask is, where's your doubt? Is doubt sort of running your ability to just choose? Are you going to choose the right one? That's doubt. Is this one really going to work? That's doubt, right? Are you creating a invisible barrier to just choosing and going with one? Say, all right, well, if they're all great, just pick, just choose. Get your chooser on and just go. I remember, so whenever we go to the United States and we go to some burrito bar like Chipotle or something like that, where Ben has to choose, all the things he wants on his burrito. Everything's very unfamiliar because we don't have very many burrito bars right here in Australia where we are. So he has had to practice like really just choosing in the moment. What kind of burrito does he want? Because he doesn't know. He's like, I don't know, I got to think about it. Just choose. And that willingness to just choose and go with it can be a real gift. So that's what I would recommend, Sheila, is just choose. Just choose. All right, you guys, I think that's it. Do you guys have any other questions? You can also ask Erica saying which would be more fun. It sounds like she's saying everything would be really great and fun. So I came across that a few years ago when everything started to be light, everything started to be expansive. I was like, I have a lot of choices. Oh, so sad problem. Oh, you got to a point where there's a whole bunch of potentials that you could choose. Great, choose. We're so used to choosing based on what, like avoiding consequence, avoiding pain, and making sure something's going to work, right? Choosing the right thing. You get to the point when you're doing this work and you're evolving and you're really getting to know you, and you just got to choose. Choose and go, because that not choosing is actually an energetic addiction, right? Because you're spinning around on all the good ideas and just not choosing anything, right? Even if all the things you could choose are great, okay? So just choose. All right. Great choosing. Thank you, Deirdre. Okay, do you guys have any questions? Because I'm hot today. I'm ready to go. It's humid as today here in Australia, in the northern, well, I guess maybe mid. I don't know where we are on the map. New side. It's pretty like subtropical here. It's kind of hot. You can tell I'm gleaming right now. That's not my energy. That's the sweat. That's the sweat right there. Love you too. All right, guys, no more questions. We're going to go. Thanks for being on live with us today. I hope to do more of these. So when we post the Ask Corey Lives, feel free to ask a question and I'm not a we, I'm an I, will respond and see if I can contribute. All right, guys, see ya. Have a freaking fantastic day.